Good evening, everyone. I am back with another unboxing video. This is quite an impromptu one. I didn't know this was going to happen. I just happened to be trawling through Facebook Marketplace and the various collector groups that I'm a part of, and I saw that someone relatively local to me, about probably like a 45-minute drive or something like that, was selling what is going to be the unboxing today, which is, pick it up, the Uruk-hai Scimitar. This is the original run. The box is a little bit, the box is a little bit up. There's a couple of rips in there and everything like that, but I'm really not fussed about that as long as the item itself is in good condition, which it is. It's in excellent condition. It's never been displayed. It's pretty much as is in the box. So if there's a little bit of wear and tear on the edges and whatnot, then I'm absolutely fine with that because it's, as I say, it's the original. They do still make this sword. Sort of like the modern run, but as I've mentioned before, a lot of the modern weapons, the modern iterations of the United Cutlery items, pale in comparison in many ways to the original run. They're either made with sort of, more cost-effective materials. Genuine leather is sometimes replaced by fake leather, things like that. Wooden handles are replaced with like plastic handles or something like that. So yeah, this is the original run, which I'm really happy with. And this one's actually quite hard to find now. As I say, I know you can still get like the newer release versions, but in terms of the originals, these don't crop up very, very often. And he was asking for a pretty good price for it. So I thought, well, I know it's been 2 months since I bought the Gandalf staff, and that was the last unboxing video that we did. But I thought, what the hell? I'll treat myself before Christmas, and now I need to start saving my money again. So, yeah, I always buy within my means, but this was just a very good offer, which I couldn't pass up. And as I say, it's one that I've wanted in my collection for a long time. In terms of the villain swords, this will be the 4th villain sword I have now. So I've got the Ringwraith sword, the Witch King sword, and then I have the Sauron mace. So this will be 4, including that. But it's such a distinctive design, isn't it? I mean, it's called a scimitar. Me and JX were actually chatting right before I went live, actually, discussing whether we can actually count that as a scimitar. I mean, to me, it just looks more like a machete, or a sword. I don't know, like a short sword, whatever you'd call it. It doesn't really look like a scimitar to me. But hey, what do I know? So yeah, I think we'll just get to the unboxing right now. As I say, this was quite an impromptu one today. It was all very, very last minute. I saw he was selling it, and I thought, I've got today off. I'll make the drive. So let's just check the back of this first. So on the back, it just shows another bunch of ones from the United Cutlery line, with a little bit of a description about the sword itself. It says that it's a high carbon steel blade with wood grip wrapped in genuine leather. So there you go. We'll see if that's true. And then there's a few other ones here. The Sting and Glamdring, I still need those ones. They did actually a museum collection version of these 2 swords, which are very, very expensive now, incredibly hard to track down, especially with the original, glass and wooden cases and the original packaging and things like that. Very, very hard to find. And as I said, quite expensive now because they were limited edition. I have the Witch King sword. Narsil, I've got Anduil, so it's basically exactly the same sword, apart from Anduil's got a few extra runes on it. So I'm not really massively after Narsil. If I'm going for completion, then maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, I basically have reforged Narsil, so I'm not in a rush for that one. Sword of the Ringwraiths, yep, I have that one. And then there's the limited edition Shards of Narsil. Again, that's quite a big item. It was limited edition, but because I already have Anduil, I'm not really in a rush for that one. Hadafang I have, and Strider's Sword I also have. So getting through them, slowly but surely. But anyway, let's get to the item now. I realise the time I've gone live tonight, I don't know if we'll have many people jump in, but you never know. Sort of midway through, if the notification goes off, people might be able to see this video as we start the unboxing. So here we go. And I didn't think this through. Yeah, so this is still like zip tied down. So do I have some scissors? This is going to be awkward if I can't get the item out. I do. So this is coming out of the box. This is fresh as a daisy right now. And the value just plummets. Now I've opened it. No, it's fine. They're meant to be displayed. They're meant to be displayed. I don't have any more display places at the moment. All of my walls are taken. Return of the King poster will be going back on that wall. So once that's back on the wall, I've got no extra places to display these swords. And I'd never hang these above my bed because I'd be super paranoid in case one fell down. You know what I mean? See, oh, this feels great. This feels great. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Let's have a look at this then. So I always get this every single time I do an unboxing video of these, and I just stare at one of these swords that, you know, I've seen these in the movie for years, since I was like 8. And they always look so cool, and you just want them, and you wish you could have a part of the movie. And whenever you open the box, I just have this sense of like I've found an ancient artifact or something, like it's part of like an excavational dig or something like that, and they've just come back with this. So this is it. I mean, this is badass. As I said, it's such an iconic look. It's such a distinctive look for the like the bad guy weapons. You know, conceptual design, all the design process and weapons and armor and everything, helmets that went into the movie is just absolutely second to none. And this is no exception. It does look fairly basic, I grant you, but it's a very, you know, even if it is a basic design of it, it fits the Uruk-hai, it fits the orcs and the bad guys perfectly. You know, these are just manufactured, get them made, get them ready for war, and send them on their way. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at this thing then. So we've got a wooden handle. You can sort of see it underneath. So this is the wooden part, and sort of caps off there. There is like a little metal serrated edge. You know, it's just the whole length of the sword, and then it's just been sort of crudely wrapped in this wooden handle. And then, yeah, genuine leather, apparently. We've got the grip, which actually feels really soft and nice in comparison. This isn't sharp or anything. It's dulled, but I don't know. The corner's a little bit. That might do a little bit of damage. That's quite a sharp corner, but yeah. And then it's sort of like etched, and I'm not sure if that's some kind of like acid design on there or something to give it that sort of rusted, battered metal look. I don't know if you can see it. If I hold it up close, you can sort of see the patterning on it and how it's kind of blotched and imperfect. And that's the same with the Witch King swords as well. And the Ring Wraiths have also had that same sort of crude design, which just looks really cool. It looks super industrial and, you know, grimy. And as I say, just get them mass produced, get them in the hands of the Uruk-hai and the Orcs, and just send them on their way. So yeah, no, this is super cool. I've wanted this one for a while. As I say, it is a simple design. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It's the Uruk-hai Scimitar, but it's such an iconic look, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one. So that's the sword itself, and then let's just have a quick look at the wall plaque and whatnot. We've got the certificate here, so the guys put it in one of these, which is really good. There's just some information on a bit of the history of the sword and the design and whatnot. So trying to get out of the light. I guess you can pause it there if you want to read it. There we go. So what does it say about the design? The sword was designed by production designer Ben Wooten, apparently. And it was created by production swordsmith Peter Leon of hand-weathered aluminium or aluminum for our transatlantic cousins, with leather-wrapped wood grips. Yeah, this is awesome. So cool. Good condition on the certificate as well. No creases, no bends, no folds. This is something I always look for as well. I never buy one of these if it's just... Some people just sell like the sword on its own with the wall plaque, which... If they are going to be displayed, then I guess some people don't care about that. But I always look for the original box. Even if the slip cover's a little bit beat up, that's fine. These are getting on towards, 25 years old now. So they're not going to be in the best of conditions. But I do look for good condition on the certificates and the sword and the plaque itself. So, and let's have a look at the wall mount then. So I've got some of the wall hangings there. No point in showing those. What's interesting about this one is this is the same as Hadafang, actually, Arwen's sword, and there's a few other ones in the collection too. I know that Eyegloss is the same, and the sword of the spear of Eomer. This is horizontally displayed, so most of them hang vertically on the stands, but this one sort of hangs lengthways. But this is probably one of my favorite wall plaques, actually. Again, simple design. It matches the sort of the house design of all of the other ones. Yeah, the plaque's in good condition. There's a couple of little scratches there on the side, but nothing too major. That should be fine. Yeah, so I was just looking down here. There's just like a little chip there. So maybe it has been displayed once, but it's not a big deal. It's a very, 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 very slight nick on there. But yeah, this is one of my favorite wall plaques, but just because the white hand of Saruman, it's just so distinctive. And I imagine like when the sword's finally hung on this, as is the front cover of the box, that hand symbol just really pops behind it. Let me just like that's what it would look like on the wall. I think that's just super cool. So yeah, another one down to the collection. I'm going to round it off there. I know that, as I mentioned, like the time that I've gone live with this was pretty impromptu, but you know, hopefully some people tune in and watch this after the fact because it'll be really cool. And I know that my channel's got quite a few, you know, Lord of the Rings fans. So yeah, the Uruk-hai Scimitar. I'm going to stand up actually. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see what it looks like. That's cool. That's cool. It's almost like a short sword, actually. I mean, you know, they grip it with one hand, don't they? But you can do like a double hand grip on it. Yeah, it's just this bit. This bit's just so. I was going to say so on point, but that's a terrible dad joke. It just looks cool. It's, you know, Lord of the Rings is my life's blood, and just to get like a piece of these films in some way, shape, and form, even in collectible form like this, it's just great. And I've got all of them piled at the back there. I've got some of them in boxes over there. I just need to find space to display them. So I'm sort of stockpiling these all with the intention that at some point I can rearrange the house or whatnot and get them on the wall and get them displayed because they're meant to be looked at. They're meant to be treasured, but it's great when you can actually see them hanging up. You got like your own little Lord of the Rings armory going on. So that'll do it for me. I'm just going to round off there. Just, you know, thought I'd get a quick unboxing out there for you guys. I want to know your favorite Lord of the Rings weapon. Let's open it up to the Hobbit as well. Favorite Lord of the Rings / Hobbit weapon. Be interested to hear what people go for with that. And of course, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I occasionally do these unboxing videos whenever I pick up a new Lord of the Rings or just United Cutlery item. But I do movie reviews, reactions, and discussions, film discussions, anything in between, really. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, then please do subscribe. And yeah, I will be back on Wednesday with Dale to continue our Studio Ghibli retrospective. That'll do it for me today. Nice short video. Look at that. I can't remember the last time I did a video under 15 minutes. So yeah, until next time, take care, everyone.